Hi everybody, this is Kevin and welcome back to another manga review. And today we're going to be taking a look at Eden Zero Volume 6 from Hiro Mashima. And like I've said at the start of every one of these manga reviews here, I'm loving this series and can't wait to see what happens next. And really, I just wish I got into more manga sooner rather than later. I mean, I was sort of dragging my feet with getting into this genre just because most of the popular series out there are very long. Like, Fairy Tail, which is one I wanted to get into from the creator here, Mashima, is I think 65 volumes. You have One Piece, which that shit's been going on forever. Naruto, they're all like really long series. Even right now, My Hero Academia, I think that's like in the 30s. So this one I saw was relatively short so far. I mean, it's up to volume 11, so it's easier to get caught up on. But I'm happy I jumped in. If they're all this good, I mean, this is definitely not the best, but it's one that I really enjoy. So if they're all this good, I gotta definitely jump into some other manga. But anyway, the story is really taking shape here. The first few were essentially just like introducing the main characters and world building and giving Shiki and friends a goal to achieve in the story. And really that goal right now is to get the 4 shining stars, which they have 3 of them now. They have Witch, Sister, and Hermit, who they got last volume, and now they have to get their 4th and final shining star, Valkyrie, who you see on the cover there. And you also see Humara, and with a very fan servicey cover right here with Humara's ass hanging out there. And I know some of my commenters make fun of me for using that phrase all the time, but it's true. And I mean, that's like one of the main reasons why I like this manga so much. But this is Words Will Give You Strength. And once again, to get a little bit of recap here. So Hermit was sort of, she's an android, and she was hesitant to trust the humans. But Shiki showed her that, he loves everybody. He wants to be friends with everybody, and that's really all he wants in life. So Hermit is sort of like in charge of maintenance of the ship, and she, is telling everybody all the things that's going on here. You got the bridge, the dress factory, briefing room, the spa of Eden. Oh, I can't wait to see that. The storage and just the whole ship there, and cool to see that little thing you got going on. Then there's this guy on the ship, Maskoy, who he was part of this crime syndicate when Sister was being controlled by this villain, and they sort of brought him along anyway. But I don't know, he's like a comic relief guy who I think might play a role later on, and all he does is he goes, Maskoy, Maskoy, and he has this button on his belly button that says don't push, and everyone keeps threatening him and he keeps threatening it, and like, don't push the button. So someone's gonna push that button. And like I said, the spa, I'm gonna have to kind of go through this kind of fast because it's the spa scene and the very fast servicey scene. So the 2 babes are in the spa and the 2 bros are eating hamburgers, and Pino, the android robot there, who's sort of the mascot, as Happy was the mascot for Fairy Tail, says that she wants to be human. And Shiki, of course, is like, you will be. And I love this drawing here of Pino's face, like, oh, shucks, yeah, I'm going to be human. So cute. So, they're like, we're going to go find Mother. And then it cuts over here to this woman, Amira, who was on the digital planet Digitalis and sort of was impersonating Humara. And I don't really know what's going on with her yet. And, she has this associate here, Jesse, who they're trying to get in league with Draken Joe. And he's like the main bad guy of the next arc, it appears. And then it looks like Jesse is actually aboard Elsie Crimson's ship. And Elsie Crimson was the one who gave the Eden Zero to Shiki. So, I don't know. We're getting some plot developments here. So then you get this dork here, Spider, who took the form of Jamalov in Digitalis. And he was attacked by the Eden Zero at the end after he tried to hack into the ship. And he's trying to find Draken Joe here. And you see these new characters here. You get like these cowboys. And there's Draken Joe right there. And the dude's like, oh, help me, dude. Who are you? I don't even know who you are, dude. So, Draken Joe looks like a badass. He's like the head bounty hunter. And he's sort of making an example of this punk who cheated him on some money. And he puts it's pretty gruesome here. He puts the bottle in the dude's face and kicks it. And it fucking like rips off his jaw there. So you got him, he's the big bad guy, and his associates, I like their names. I don't know if this is just like the dub translation or if it's their real names in the Japanese, but you got Diego Reyes and Seth Anderson, and then Maria Slime. So So those are like the forces. And basically, Draken Joe's all pissed off because he lost all this money from Gilst getting destroyed by the chronophage. So his resources are limited. And Spider reveals, Eden Zero is, it caused a lot of trouble. So, oh, that smells like money. So let's go do it. So these guys are all on the ship, and they're looking for, Valkyrie and the final shining star. And they're also talking about the headmaster, or the guildmaster, rather, of the Blue Garden, who, I don't know, Shiki thinks that the dude betrayed Rebecca, because Rebecca, if you remember, got kidnapped by the giant frog, Illiga. But it does turn out that the headmaster is collaborating with Draken Joe, the Shooting Starlight Guildmaster, Noah Glenfield. So he's talking to Joe. And then it cuts over here to Zyamel, who was the narrator of the story. And it turns out that they're on their way to visit her. And they're in the changing room. And Wise is the pervert. And he wants Amara to, I don't know, you want to bet with her. So she has to wear an outfit of his choosing. So he wants her to wear a bunny suit. So she does. And whoa, man, look at that. Awesome. So they all got their new outfits here. And then Shiki wanted Rebecca to dress up as like a maid. Look at Wise, too. He's the mafia man. Of course, Shiki's the space ninja. And then even the Shining Stars change their outfits here. Witch literally puts on a witch hat. And they're all... Look at... Is that Wise? He's sweating down there. He's like, oh, God. So anyway, they make their way to this new planet, Midelian, or Mildian, to meet with Zyamel, the Time Oracle. On this planet, the time stops still, and she's the Oracle, the narrator of the series here, and they're basically asking her, well, tell us where Valkyrie is, and she's like, well, I can't really do that. You gotta fulfill, your end of the bargain. And we're going to enter the Battle Coliseum and the tournament arc, because every anime and manga has to have a tournament arc, right? So they do. And Shiki's like, I'll step up and fight. And he fights this, android dude, all muscular. He's dabbing. Look at that. He's doing the dab. And Shiki beats him in one hit. I win. So it turns out that's not... And Zyamel, I don't know, she's got like a fetish for these fights. Delicious, simply too delicious. She says there's going to be 4 rounds. Of course, there's 4 fighters. So the next one to go out is Rebecca. And she brings her Happy out there. It turns into the Happy Blasters. And she's going against this dude, Yoshi, from Bon Boban TV. What is it? Like Bobo. And the nose hairs, that dude. But, they have a battle, and she knows him from V-Cube and more of the fan service shit. So his blasters are full of tatter slime. So if it hits her shirt, it rips her shirt. Look at that. So, like I said, I love this shit. I think it's hilarious. And so she wins, of course, and then Wise goes out there and takes Pino, and Pino's like, no, because Wise is sort of threatening to use him as a weapon, or her, excuse me, as a weapon. But he doesn't. He uses her EMP blasters to disable the robotic enemy and wins. And then you got Humara with the final battle against... What? It's Valkyrie. No, it's a replica of Valkyrie. So it's very difficult for Humara to do this because, as we've learned, Valkyrie is her teacher and her mentor. And she doesn't want to fight her, despite knowing that it's not the real Valkyrie. And she's about to defeat her with the finishing blow when Humara is able to save the day and stand up. And then you get a flashback here from when she was a little girl being attacked by all these villains. And Valkyrie, are you hurt, girl? And she doesn't speak. And then eventually Valkyrie's getting ready to leave and says, I'm Humara. I'm Valkyrie. If you have something to say, then say it. Words will give you strength. So that was their initial meeting. And then Humara strikes her down. And look at that. Look at that action. Flip it in the air. The Dragon Flash! And strikes her down. Well done. The match is over. Had you been my real mentor, I would have never landed that attack. There's that guy again. So they win. And like I said, Zayamo having her fetish for these battles. Still, like, drooling. What the hell? Droolity drool. So yeah, it turns out that's Valkyrie. The replica is just the robot. Nothing real. So Zayamo takes him back to the surface of the planet after the Colosseum arc has reached a relatively short conclusion. And she says, she has all these powers because Mother gave her the powers, and she does exist. It's not just a myth. A lot of people have said, Mother is a myth, but Shiki's like, oh, she's real. We're going to find her one day, so let's do it. And then they ask for one of their wishes. Well, where's Mother? She's like, I can't tell you that. Then the whole manga would be over. And Shiki, all determined, don't worry, we'll find Mother. And they make their way back, and basically they gotta go to this new planet, the Sun Jewel. And like I said, here's this dude Muskoi. Look at him. Why is he gonna push the button? Don't push that. Like, what is this dude's problem? That's what I want to know. Actually, don't spoil it, because like I said, I think he's gonna have an important role later in the story. So they're going to Sun Jewel, and they intercept these fish from the Aoi Cosmos, and see this the captain here says, "Help me," and they invite him in. I be Captain Connor. As you can see, I be the ship's captain. And then he looks at all these, he's like, what are these kids and women doing here? I'm the captain now. And he starts eating, and they put him to bed. And like I said, oh, more sexy bath time. Oh, yeah. And then the captain shows up. And here's what I don't get about Muskoi. So the captain's going to push the button when Muskoi was threatened it earlier, and they were yelling at him, and now the captain's going to push it, and he's having a panic attack. I don't quite get it. Oh, look at Rebecca, too, kicking him out of there. So they're going to Sun Jewel, and this captain here, Captain Connor, they had the ship on autopilot. It would take them 3 days because they didn't want to travel through the debris. There was like a shattered asteroid with debris that they had to go around, and they got there in 1 day, took the shortcut. So they're like, oh, this dude actually is a pretty legit captain. And then you see this weird reveal. I took a shortcut. And then, tell me, who are you? I be the captain. And you see it on his sleeve, Eden's 1. What? Of a ship called Eden's 1? This ship's Eden 0. What's going on? That's a great cover right there. So they make their way here, and then, dude, he's like just doing rabble. And then, who's that? Sister? Could you not teach her inappropriate language? Yeah, because Pino's a little childlike character, And so they go to the Sun Jewel. It's the VIP casino. And you got Rebecca all dolled up. And Hamura, she's just screaming like a lunatic. Oh, where's my mentor? Where's Valkyrie? Everyone's looking at her like, was this girl nuts? And then all of a sudden, this dude shows up shooting a gun in the air. Everyone on the floor. No funny business. On the ground. No more noise. So I guess trying to rob the casino. And then Shiki's like, you're the bad guys. Magic attack. Gravity fist. And one-shots them all, essentially. Bravo. So then, what is going on here? I do not tolerate crime on my planet. It's Madame Karinoi. Madame Karinoi, that's probably the proper way of saying it. Why? We planned for this. She wasn't supposed to find us. That's messed up. How'd she find us? No, I don't want to die. Criminals must be punished. You'll be dyed crimson. And then destroys them all. What the hell's going on? And everyone's looking in shock here. Look at Rebecca. And then cuts to another. I guess every woman in this manga is hot. I mean, there you go. You got Madame Karinoi there. Call it divine retribution. And she's actually talking to Draken Joe. And he says, the Eden 0, that ship smells like money. Bump, bump, bump. So is he on this planet here? And then this guy here is speaking to Lady Valkyrie with a picture of Hamura. I guess Lady Valkyrie is here. I always knew you'd end up coming here, Hamura. What do we do, Lady Valkyrie? Uh-oh. So yeah, things are really going to pick up in that next volume. You got Draken Joe teaming with this Madame Karune. Yeah, that's probably the proper way of saying it. So I think stuff's going to really fly off the rails in the next issue, that's for sure, in the next volume. We'll get some action. We'll finally see Valkyrie in the flesh, the real Valkyrie, and see some more action of Humara. I'm really taking a liking to Humara. I think her story is very interesting, and I think she's going to probably develop into one of the more interesting characters in this entire series. So, anyway, let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below, and stay tuned for more manga reviews and all sorts of other cool stuff on the channel coming soon. Have a great day, everybody.